Hello, everybody. As we can see, we are on GU, and this is the 4 hours chart, my favorite chart. I will be explaining how you can determine if you are in a retracement or a complete reversal, and what would show you, what would determine a reversal for you. So first and foremost, to make it easy, just go to your insert up here. Highlight the indicator by scrolling on it, go over all the way down to customs, and then go all the way down to the very end, and you will see your zigzags. Once this little box form, just double click here, and I like to keep my indicators white. I can see them clearly, and for the width I'm going to put it on number 2. There is no certain input. I leave everything here the same. Your depth will be 12, your deviation will be 5, and your back step will be 3. You can play with these numbers if you like, if you want to change it up once you place them on your chart. But for me, I'm just going to keep everything the same. So again, you can change your color here and your width here. And I'm going to select OK. Now this shows me clearly if I am in an uptrend or a downtrend. So what I will do is come up here and get my trend line, and I will come to my wick, and of course you have to have 2 or more touches, and of course I do. And so what I will do is I will put my trend line here. Now, as long as price is under here, we know we are in a downtrend, right? So here's the trick to this. Okay, we're in a downtrend. Okay, when you're in a downtrend, you're making lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. This is also a false breakout because it did not rise above here. So this is a false breakout to make people think that price may have been gonna go up. You see, we had bulls at some point in here, but you have to always wait for the candle to close. Mind you, each candle, it took 4 hours to make, and that's why I love this chart, because it shows you so much. It shows you realness, in other words, because you can still get tricked on the 1 hour chart because you may be thinking that it's doing something and it may turn around and do something else. But when you come to this 4 hours chart, this is like your solidifying chart. It's going to tell you if the 1 hour is trying to trick you or not, or the lower time frames. Okay, so anyway, we've come up here, retested, we have received our pattern here, and we came down. You have your pullback, you have your strong rejection doji here, and you continue to the downside. All right, so let's mark these off first and foremost. So I'm gonna come up here to insert. I'm gonna get my shapes. I'm going to go for the rectangle, and I'm going to take this rectangle, left click, and go over the top. Right up here where I got my first rejection, because this is showing me a supply zone. I'm going to double click on the end of this rectangle, and then I'm going to right click so I can go inside of my rectangle properties. And what I'm going to do is change this blue to bloody red. And I'm going to put in the description here, supply. Okay. And since I've had a major rejection from this area here at the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. Come up here, click insert, grab my indicator. Sorry. I'm thinking about something else. Come up here, grab my shape, grab my rectangle, and I'm going to take that from the bottom and go across, but I'm going to change this blue because we buy at demand and our buy is blue because we know that's our uptrend. So I'm going to change this, double click, And I'm going to put demand zone in the box. And I'm going to click OK. Now, when I put my cursor on here, you see it says supply. And when I put my cursor on here, you see it says demand. Let me put it over here so you can see it. You see it says demand, and you see these little notches. You can click these off by double clicking, and those will go away. So you can leave them or not. It's really not important. But when you want to scroll and move it over, you will have to do that. You will have to double click this corner and to make these little notches appear. So nevertheless, we were in a downtrend. We hit supply zone and we tanked. We tanked, we tanked, we tanked, we tanked. Now let me add my 50 EMA by coming here and going to custom moving averages. Let me do that over. I know I'd be moving too fast, so I don't want you guys to not know exactly what I'm doing. I came up here to insert indicators, custom, and then I'm going to go to custom moving average. I'm going to right click this, double click this twice, and I'm going to get my light purple for me, for my 50, and I want to make this width maybe, I'm going to say number 3, and then I'm going to do my input 50, double click 50, my simple, double click, make it exponential. I like fast movement, so let's click OK. All right, price is underneath here. When price is underneath this 50 EMA, you are in a downtrend. Here, I am an aggressive trader, meaning once I get up here and I receive a pattern, I'm in here. So I'm going to stay in here and stay underneath here. Let me stretch I double click this trend line because I want to stretch it over here. Okay, and I'm going to stay underneath this trend line. Another thing you can use to, if you're not going to remember to add your trend line, you can add your number 21. I hope y'all remember how to get there, because you're just going to have to rewind the video because I keep moving a little too fast. So here we go. Pay attention to this, please. You're going to double click this, make it 21. Double click or triple click, make it exponential. Go to your colors. You have your red already because that's what we want for number 21. If you can't really see the line, come here and just double click it and set it to the color, this size you want. I'm going to select number 3. Okay, now so you see the red can act as your resistance line, okay, because this is at the top, price is underneath this red line. All right, now here we go. You made it to your supply zone. You are coming down. You're coming down. You're coming down. Price did not come above this. It did not even come above your line. The ones that did was a false breakout. False breakout. It's good to have your trend line along with these. Okay, you came up here, false breakout. You came back down. Price cross. The EMA crossed over price again and tanked. You had a pullback here and it tanked, and we have reached our demand zone. Don't forget that. Once you reach your demand zone, you see you're waiting for your pattern. Again, these are 4-hour patterns here. These are 4-hour candles, here. So you want to wait. You have your engulfing here. Once this engulfed, I will be in here. But let me show you how just because you see this on a 4-hour chart, you don't want to just enter right here. Okay, you had your engulfing right here as soon as you hit demand. You got a pattern here, right? So come up here, grab your vertical line, put it right here on this pattern, your engulfing pattern. And I know I showed you this on the other ones, but I'm trying to show you where you're going to know that your downtrend is over. It's really over after you hit this zone, but you have to wait for confluences and confirmations. And now that you are no longer in this downtrend, where are you going to enter at? So here we are. You have your pattern here on a 4-hour. Let's look at it on the 1-hour, because this is what you will be doing, switching back and forth, because you need to know where you're going to enter and where to get in and all of that good stuff. I'm going to come up here so it can take me to the end of the chart. Okay, because I have to go back to find it. Sorry, I forgot we were on the 1-hour. Yeah, we were on the 1-hour chart, so I had to go back this way. So, okay, here we go. So this was the pattern that I would have seen. See, I marked it from the 4-hour chart, but if I would have come down to my 1-hour chart, this is what I would have seen. But would I have gotten in right here? Absolutely not. What I would do is scroll down to the 15-minute. The 15 and the 5-minute are the charts that I enter on. So I will go down to my 15-minute. Now we got to scroll back this way. Okay, see how even though we have gotten this pattern down here, this is why you want to go from high to low, because on this is still from the high. But I would have come here to this 15-minute and said to myself, do I enter here? Absolutely not. Why not? Because for one, I'm not out of this zone. I'm not out of this zone. I don't have a crossover. I will be expecting to come above this 50 EMA. So what am I going to do, which is what I hope you practice on, is coming to your 5-minute. Now we got to scroll over some more, because each of these candles were created in 5 minutes. So here's our line here. Okay, we have our pattern, same pattern. We have the engulfing, and look at here, we did come above our purple on here. So would you have entered? Me, probably, but you want to wait. And let me show you what the trick is. And you see this on all my other videos. Come up here, click insert, because what you're trying to do is you want to get in on a perfect, well, there is no perfect trade, but you want to get in when you can. You want to get in when there's, okay, I'm talking while I'm trying to do this. You know, I do multitask, but sometimes I need to focus so I can show you. When it comes to other people, I have to focus. So let me just change this first, and I'm changing this to number 8, and triple click for exponential. And let me check again. Okay, and click OK. So let me show you what you would be looking for. Okay, so we got this. We are waiting for the blue to cross over and above the red and the purple. That's what we'll be looking for. So you have to get out of this zone, though. You can't be stuck down here in the zone. This is playtime for the market makers. They play around. You see how prices all together and the lines are together. These lines are not supposed to be together. When you're trending, the lines are apart. Okay, you're still in this zone. You're still in this zone. You had some trickery going on, and guess what? Price is coming up out of the zone. How do I know? I have my blue. It has crossed above my red. It has crossed above my purple, and price is coming above it. Yes, this little fella here came back to retest, but guess what happened after that? These three took off, and they started trending upward. So let me go back to my 1 hour so that I can show you when you know you are done with this overall downtrend. Hold on a minute. So let me go to my 4-hour first. Okay, let me pull this down. Okay, once I got all of this and I came up, of course, you see what's happening here. The bears have entered the market and the bears are here at my trend line, right? So what am I going to do here? Am I going to stay in this buy? Absolutely not. I'm going to take my profit. So this, you can come up here to this letter and put take profit here. You want to help yourself out the best way you know how. And not only am I going to put take profit here, this line means something to me. So I'm going to put at the top, at the body of these candles, I'm going to put my trend line. Why am I doing that? Because I have to go into the future. Remember, we're here, so none of this exists at the moment. And I need to know that since we have hit this demand zone and I'm in a buy, yes, I'm going to get my pullback. I have received my engulfing. Do you see the green engulfed the bear? The bull engulfed the bear here. I have that pattern here, so I'm waiting to come back above these lines here. But since I have this forming, let's look at this on the 1 hour. Again, let's grab your trend line. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay. We are, okay, this is the 1 hour, so let's, now remember where these are, okay? Because remember the confluences that you need to, before you can enter. You don't have your crossovers yet, so let's see where we would have entered. Let's go to your 15-minute. Okay, here's your 15-minute. It looks so good for me, but for you guys, you still have to wait. So what you would do is you would wait until you get your blue crossing over everything. But be mindful that you get these little, you really want to wait until price is starting to move, not playing around, not doing this little pullbacks and all the things to try to trick you. You want to wait until price, you see the blue crosses over the red and it crosses over the purple. You know that you're going to be in an uptrend. Why? Because you've already hit your demand zone. Now, if you are an aggressive trader and you come down here and you got your pattern, you already see your setup. Now, I just don't want to confuse you that are novice traders and you're learning. But if you're an aggressive trader and you got your pattern and you know the different confluences, what you're looking for, you can enter, because this is a lot of pips to miss out on. Okay, but nevertheless, if you don't want to lose no money and you are just learning, you want to wait for your signals to take place first. Okay, because even you got this signal, you got to be prepared for like little pullbacks. You're still in an uptrend because you have not come below this 50 EMA. And look what happened. You took off from there. Okay, so let's go back to the 1 hour. And let's just scroll back over. Let's go to the very end. So again, when you are in a downtrend, it's going to clearly show you that you are making higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But you didn't get a higher high after this point. So right here would be where you would look, because now am I going above this? If I'm going above this, this tells me something different, in which it does. Here you are, you have your crossover and everything. Here prices rose above this, you know, so you want to look for your entry. And so since you have crossed, since price has given you this signal right here, always come and grab this and put your trend line on it, because you want to see where can I enter then. I got my signal right here. Where can I enter? This is a 1 hour chart. Let me go to my 15-minute chart. Look, I don't even know which way to go anymore. Let me see. Okay, so that was it, your 15-minute chart. And you would come, this looks so good, y'all. I just don't want you all to get confused with this. I hope you just keep rewinding until you get it, because this is going to make you some money. You hear me? Look at this. It's going to make you some money. If price is above here, I'm going to keep it real simple. Listen to me. If price is above this 50 EMA, you are up. Okay? Once this blue number 8 crosses over this EMA red 21, you are up. And until you get ready to go underneath, not all in the middle, these EMAs should not be in the middle of price. You're not trading that stuff. You're waiting until you get some movement, until you're trending, and you're going to ride and you're going to make your money. And then you're going to look over here and you're going to see price is no longer above my EMAs, but look at here, I'm getting a crossover. This blue was showing me that we are up, but I got a pattern right here, and after this pattern took place, my red crossed over my blue, which showed me we were in a downtrend. And then my red also crossed over my my purple crossed over my red, I'm sorry, and showed me that we are down, we are rolling, we're going. Yeah, we got our pullback. Price didn't come above here. We're rolling, and we're gonna keep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it really simple. So you're gonna bounce back and forth, and you're gonna see if price is above, then you're gonna break it down, go to your lower time frames. If price is beneath, you're gonna do the same thing. Let's keep this simple. I'm sorry, I did not, again, expect this to go so long. I am really, really passionate about trading, and I really, really wish I can take everything in my head and put it in yours, because I know you have things to do. You have plans. You're ready to leave your job. You're ready to retire your parents, and you want to live your best life. You're going to do it. Keep practicing. Don't give up. Do not quit. Yes, it gets hard, and yes, it can be confusing. That's why I kind of backed up, because I don't want you all to be confused. I want you to keep it simple. Use those indicators when you're beneath the purple EMA 50, you are in a downtrend. When you are above it, you are in an uptrend. Wait for your patterns. Wait for those signals. Wait for several confluences to show you, because if you're in an uptrend and you're looking for buys and you go to your lower time frame and those are bearish, you have to wait, okay, until those bears are done before you can get in. You have to be in sync. So you have to wait for the bears to be done. And then, so say, for example, with this, and I know I've been on here long, I'm not going to keep you, but just say, for example, with this is a 1 hour chart. You here, you are in an uptrend, right? You're in an uptrend. You know this. You have 2 or more touches, you're in an uptrend. Okay? But you look, okay, you're in an uptrend. Say you don't know what you're doing. I'm just saying, let's say you don't know what you're doing, and you look at this. This is before this red and anything happened. You look at this right here. So let's mark that. Let me move this over and change the color so I can be able to find it. I'm just giving you an example. Say you're here. Say you don't really know what you're doing. You know that you're in an uptrend and you feel like, hey, we're making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, let's just figure this out. Okay, say we're here. Let me change this vertical line to, let me see. I'll change it to turquoise. Aqua. Okay, now, pay attention. If we go to the 5 minute, got to go find it. We gotta go find it. Let's find it. Okay, let's say you got in on a buy here. Okay, is this a good idea when you're about to, you see this big M, you're about to tank? You never want to buy in this area here. Let me put this. You never want to buy up here. You want to wait so that you can get, because you're preparing to sell right here. Now, if you're a scalper, that's a different thing. But when you are trending, you don't want to do that. You want to wait until you get these crossovers. You see the fall, and you're falling right along with it. Okay? So let's keep it simple.